Okay, now that we're on the third island, we're going to be doing a series of quests at the same time. So there'll be several quests that we're trying to do at the same time, which essentially is just going to give us our levels to get to level 5. Essentially our aim is trying to get to level 6 as soon as possible, and these quests will help us out. So we're picking up the early starts of one quest, we're picking up the end product of another quest, which is stolen weapons. Then we're going to scroll down here, open this gate, open this one, and the berries that we had in World 1 were given to this guy over here. Okay, he's going to give us some XP for those berries. And then the stolen weapons that we just took from the chest up top is what she needs. So those are those two quests done, nice and quick. And then we just come out this door, we see this girl, we need to buy 1 medicine and 1 minor mana potion. Then we just come back up here, and I prefer to jump upstairs rather than roll, find it a little bit faster, easier to control. And then, so what we're going to do is quickly make some more pool pieces, all these for later. And then what I like to do is do this, because we're going to need those in a second. So part of this quest, as you can see on the left hand side, it says you got to use the enrage skill to defeat thunder gazers. So what's funny about this quest is you don't actually have to defeat them, you just need to hit them with it. So essentially what I just do is I grab these two guys, get them nice and close to each other, hit 1 enrage, and unfortunately got to take a potion on our ranger because sometimes it's just not enough mana. And then hit the third one, and there you go, quest is done. And then all you need to do now is just roll back over and complete the quest. So you don't actually have to kill them at all, and I find it's just a waste of time, and it's much easier to reuse the ones that we already have. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to quickly come down here, swap these out, and this as well. Build the portal. We go straight in. And that's World 3. And now I'm going to go straight into World 4. Which is very RNG heavy. So you need to collect a mask for a quest that you're going to do that will enable you to get a key for the worm boss. This is the first boss we'll be finding in the speedrun. But in the meanwhile, we're going to drop these two down here, and we're going to make 8 copper. Now we'll drop down here, and there's sometimes multiple entrances. All we're going to do is just try and find our way in. So I always never go down unless I have to. I always stay up top as long as possible. So if there's an up top route, I prioritize the up top route, the upper level route, sorry. And there you go, see? So if you just prioritize always the upper level, that's usually where it's at. If you have to drop down because there's no other alternatives, then you drop down. But always prioritize. So as you heard, we just finished the copper, and then we just finished this quest. We're going to continue and accept the second quest as well. Make sure you grab both of them. And now we're going to look for Saurians and the portal. So there's something, there's an enemy called a Saurian fighter. And we really need 2 of them, or else we have to end the run. So there's the portal we need. The reason why you know it's the portal is because it's in a ditch. This is the correct portal out. If you look on a map, there's 2 potential options, which is going this way and then going here. This way is a dead end, and this way, as you can see, we'll move on to the first world boss, which is the worm, and here's where you're going to collect the key. But we're not collecting the key just yet, as we are looking for Saurian fighters. And like I say, if you cannot find one in your run, it is the end of the run. There's no kind of alternatives there. It has to spawn 2, sorry, because you need 2 scales in order to build a crossbow, and no one else drops scales except these guys in the current run that we're doing. I'm hoping there'll be another one. If you only find one, but it's a really good run, kind of little tip that you can do is if you go back a world and then come back to this world, it should spawn that one back again. It's not ideal, but it is an RNG element that happens. But if you're able to save time in earlier parts, and it doesn't really cost too much time, because as you're teleporting between worlds, it doesn't count within your in-game time. So all this animation here, you're not actually wasting any time. So all the only time you're wasting was that little bit of seconds that you're in the menu. So it's not that big of a loss, considering the fact that it wasn't a perfect run. So you can kind of salvage the run a bit that way, so you don't have to start all the way from the beginning again. Like I say, every time you see a portal, you just want to activate it as soon as possible. Try and avoid that guy. Alright, you tell me, it doesn't matter. And there he is, our one Saurian, holding strong. So we'll just enrage him to get him over here. They hit hard, but they don't one-shot you, so as long as they don't get hit twice, you should be fine. They can jump around a bit, and occasionally can jump off the map, which is not nice. So in order to complete this quest, you need to put on this mask so you don't get killed by the followers. And we take a quick detour here to grab this bed. This will be useful for now and later. Essentially, the bed is how we control the time of day. And sometimes you want to control time of day because you want to spawn Hollow Knights. And Hollow Knights are like special magical creatures that spawn only at nighttime. They're a bit, they're supposed to be tougher to kill, but I think they're easier and they help out a lot. So we're just going to drop this bed down here. We'll sleep once. It should take it to nighttime. And we're going to grab the XP from her. And if not, just do it one more time. There we go. And whilst the Hollow Knights are spawning, we can make our outfit. Just give us a little bit of armor, and the most crucial are the pants, as they give us a double jump, which is really, really useful when you're maneuvering around this place. And then we spawn a crossbow, and that'll be for later. Right, cool. So the good thing about Hollow Knights is that they give you portal pieces a lot. They're guaranteed to give you portal pieces, but they can go up to 3, which is excellent. They have good XP, and they can convert other enemies to become Hollow Knights, which is fantastic because they're just overall good XP and very fast to kill. So slimes are very fast to kill, but not as much XP, so you always want to prioritize getting them to convert, just like he's doing there, and you just want to roll out the way with the fireball. Careful, because fireballs can bounce back, so what I kind of tend to do is try your best to roll up into a high level, because it won't jump higher than the level that it's on. The fireball won't go higher, so you kind of want to just prioritize rolling upwards. So these guys have a little firebomb, so don't get hit by that. So blossoms, the reason why I killed the blossom there is because blossoms are very good for XP. A little bit better than Pull Knights, and their time to kill is pretty quick as well. So I like having a fair amount of... I like killing them first and getting them to convert the sand shells. Sand shells are by far the worst for XP. There we go, we're level 6. And now we're just going to quickly change to crossbow now. And we're going to use this crossbow. And the last thing we're going to do, if I haven't done it, because I can't remember if we've done it or not, is grab the bed, because we're going to need that later. There we go. And then we're going to move on to the next world, which is Garnet Peaks. And all we're doing in Garnet Peaks is a very quick world, is we're just popping in the eye for the Worm Boss portal, which is the green orb that you saw me collect. And it's a unique boss portal, so you need to do that quest in order to grab this, in order to get to the boss area. So if we look around, so you see that stone wall with some weird thing on front of it, that's how you know this is the one to get to. So essentially you're just popping it in the eye like this. But one thing to know as a kind of quick tip is that you can do this from a very far distance. So all you need to find is like about there, and so you can do it from a far distance. So if you're sorry, I just wanted to get away so I wasn't dying. Yeah, so you can do it from a faraway distance, so you don't have to be very close. It really helps in saving time, especially if it's quite far away, the portal. And typically the animation's really, really slow, so instead of waiting for it to like open up slowly, you can just jump in here and quickly jump over here. And that pretty much ends this world and begins the first boss fight.